Dear students, welcome to NRS YouTube channel. So in the previous class we discussed and we started a new unit, that is green skills 1 from part A. So in that session we completed what is green skill and what is environment, the definition of environment we discussed, and we discussed relationship between society and environment, ecosystem and factors causing imbalance. So in that we discussed the physical entity, social, economic, and we discussed the period of hunting and gathering. So environmental balance imbalance has been how it has been modified, right, starting from hunting and food gathering by the forefathers or a man, right. So today we'll go for second point, that is period of animal domestication and pastoralism. With the march of civilization, man learned to domesticate animals for his own benefit, for milk, meat, and carrying load. This trend might have necessitated the creation of habitats for the domesticated animals, which ultimately lead to the destruction of forest and exploitation of forest resources. Domestication of animals might have also given birth to community life among the early people in order to protect their animals and themselves from wild animals. So, in this point, in the first point, we discussed how the man has started the destruction of environment by hunting animals, right? So, that is the first step he has taken by destruction of environment, right. And here he is talking about in the second stage, in the second period, that the man is a social animal, and when he has tried to gathering the food, and for the food he has tried to hunting the animals as well. Thereafter he has go for the milk, and he has storing the meat and to carry the goods from one place to another place. He is trying to use the domestic animals, right. And so this domestic using of domestic animals for the purpose of his that life, his own life, he has started to you know using the domestic animals as well. And uh, and this domestic animals used by the man for the purpose of food and as well as to protect from the wild animals of the forest, right. So this is another stage he has taken to destruct the environment as well, right. So the third point we have the period of plant domestication and agriculture. Domestication of plants for food become a hallmark in the development of human skills of taming and controlling the biotic component of the natural environmental system. Domestication of plants lead to primitive agriculture and sedentary life of people who were nomads. Cultivation of food crops resulted in the formation of social groups and organization. Now, man started settling down in the river valley due to availability of water and fertile land which developed as river valley civilization. From here onwards started the journey of man to transform the natural environmental resource around him through improved farming practice, resulting in gradual increase in human population. This led to clearing of forest to have access to more. So here, so after the food gathering and hunting animals, so that everything, and using domestic animals for his purpose, so it is second stage we completed. In the third stage, the man what he will do, he has started the planting and for his food, and he developed a skill, that is using biotic components of natural system. And he has started his agriculture activities one by one. And For that he has tried to search the river valley for the cultivation, for the starting for the cultivation of food crops. So for this he has tried to searching such a area which has easily he can get the water, right, to for the cultivation, right. So when he has started this one, then automatically the population of the human beings, man, has been gradually increases, and this result to the that human population has been increased. So this is one that point we have, that uh, the day by day the population of man has been increased, and the deforestation has been increased gradually, right. So these are the 3 points we have. These 3 points, the man has gradually started the deforestation, and he has started using the natural resources from the environment, and it means moreover he has destruct all the environmental balance. Okay, so next point, in the fourth stage we have the period of science, technology and industrialization. The advent of industrial revolution in late 19th century and emergence of science and development of sophisticated technology embittered embittered the friendly relationship between man and his natural environment. The impact of modern technology on natural environment is highly complex and controversial. Highly advanced technologies and scientific techniques lead to indiscriminate exploitation of natural environment. This has created most of the present day scientific techniques created most of the present day environmental problem, right. So in the 14th stage, when the man has come into the in the 19th century, the technology science has been improved very much, right, and industrialization has taken place moreover. And as soon as when the technology and science has developed one by one, then the man has tried to hunt the natural resources to develop industrialization. And the modern technology is also a point which make a controversial, the development has taken on environment by the man. And highly advanced technologies or scientific techniques lead to indiscriminate exploitation of natural environment. Suppose industrialization is also a point where the deforestation has come up, and this has created most of the present day environmental problems, right. So nowadays, the due to the industrialization and high that advanced technology, the present environmental situation, we knew that one, right. So how the carbon dioxide has taken place, and what is the problem with the ozone layer, so that and globalization, how it happens, so that everything because of the science, how it is improved, and we have both advantage and disadvantage of this one, right. And next we have ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is a functional unit consisting of all the living organism, so the like plants, animals and microbes in a given area. So right, that we call ecosystem. So ecosystem, that all together we can call it as that together means it's a living organisms, including man, the plants, animals and microbes, right. So and all the non-living physical and chemical factors of their environment linked together through nutrient cycling and energy flow. Organisms live within a relatively narrow sphere over the earth's surface. It is less than 20 kilometers thick, extending about 8 kilometers above sea level and 10 kilometers below it. This thin film of land, water, and soil over the Earth's surface is called biosphere. So maybe in the social science you have already studied about the spheres, biosphere, ecosphere, right? And Ecosystem is a part of it, and ecosystem is a dynamic and complex whole interacting as an ecological unit. Some consider it the basic unit in ecology. So overall, what he is explaining, so it means the living organisms like plants, animals, and microbes, whatever we have. So these all are comes under an ecosystem layer that we call it as a biosphere. Okay, so that he has given this, that it is a less than uh, 20 kilometers thick of the earth's surface, and extending about 8 kilometers above the sea level and 10 kilometers below it. So this complete area we call it as a biosphere. In this biosphere, the living organisms like plants, animals, and microbes will be taken place. And some consider it in the basic unit in ecology, a structural and functional unit in equilibrium, characterized by energy matter flowing between the different elements that compose it. Ecosystem may be of different sizes. They may be a whole forest or a small pond. Different ecosystems are often separated by geographical barriers like desert, mountain, ocean, or isolated otherwise like lake or river. So these all comes under ecosystem, as we discussed, like a biosphere comes under biosphere. So next, the bios, as these borders are never rigid, ecosystem tend to blend into each other. As a result, the whole earth can be seen as a single ecosystem, or lake can be divided into several ecosystems depending on the used scale. Right, here he has given the diagram that components of ecosystem in the ecosystem, what are the different kinds of components will be come up. So the first we have biotic components or living components. Next is abiotic or non-living component. Again, in the biotic we have three divisions. One is producers, consumers, and decomposers, comes under biotic component. In the abiotic components or non-living things, we have inorganic components, organic components, and climatic factors. Okay, so dear students, regarding components of ecosystem, we'll see one by one. Okay, so what is biotic and what is abiotic, right? And what are the different sub portion will comes under these component of ecosystem, so that we'll see in the next class. Thank you.